it's hard to run backwards. There are a number of quotes that I often return to. One of them is, "Everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing himself," reportedly said by Leo Tolstoy, and a good description of what's known as the tragedy of the commons. Why should I pay tax? My contribution to the whole will be so small that it makes no difference anyway. When we have collective problems, we simply tend to become collectively paralyzed. Our prosperity has been built on top of the industrial system, a system where size and economies of scale have created predictability, plannability, stability, and growth at the right pace. When hundreds of thousands or even millions of people are involved, an inertia bordering on paralysis is created, even in the best of systems. In the industrial system, inertia is actually good. Inertia stands for predictability, plannability, stability, and growth at the right pace. We humans don't like rapid change. Ideally, we want tomorrow to look exactly like today, and even like yesterday if possible. Change must happen in micro steps, and especially in Sweden, where I'm from, not without consensus on all levels. When the biggest problem in society was raising the standard of living of the population, this method worked just fine. But gradually over the last century, we have gotten better and better. The average life expectancy is increasing and our lives are only getting more and more comfortable. But now we face other challenges. We face a transformation of our transportation and logistics system that's far from incremental and predictable. We will have to take very powerful actions that will fundamentally affect our model of what the system should look like. And this is where we get a problem. The system that has brought us all the way here, in an excellent manner, by the way, is based on the industrial logic. The bigger, the better. But when large systems are exposed to external influences, something of an immune reaction often occurs. The system protects itself and tries to reduce the effects of the external influence through various defense mechanisms. In transportation and logistics, for instance, it's often about slowing down climate measures or acting on the basis of accepted precautionary principles that were often formulated in a different time and with a different type of challenges. And once you've seen this in one place, you'll soon see it everywhere. Politicians, they consult industry, which means the big employers, about what to do, even though they may not be the ones responsible for the big innovations. Large systems move slowly, which is more or less a law of nature. And the slowest movers will have to be pulled along too, right? But now that we need to run to meet the transition goals, trying to face the future by looking backwards no longer works. It's never a good idea to walk backwards into the future, and especially not when the demand for speed is constantly increasing. Now, a special kind of courage and confidence is required from politicians and other decision makers of society. The courage to let go of the past, to face forward, and having the guts to run. Because to stand still is to go backwards. Thank you so much for listening.